Before coming to Fortune, school absolutely sucked. I had no friends, I couldn't understand what I was reading, and I was stressed constantly. Any activity that involved reading or reading comprehension, I was anxious and just wanted to run away from it.
Last year, when Roland was in first grade, I decided to have him privately tested. We got the report from the neuropsychologist. He was diagnosed with one specific learning disorder, dysgraphia, and then really the most disheartening of all was his working memory and his processing speed. And I realized at that point that going through standard schooling just wasn't going to work for him. My name is Adrienne Quill, and this is our first year at Fortune Academy.
Kind of in between her 4th and 5th grade year, her special ed teacher said, well, when she gets to middle school, I need to let you know. These are the things she won't be able to participate in. It was music, band, gym, art, and she's a kid who loves music and she loves to draw. And we're like, we can't not let her have these things, and the special ed teachers said, hey, we can fight for this. And I'm like, we shouldn't have to fight for it. My name is Becky Castanelli. Delaney is new at Fortune. This is her first year.
Before coming to Fortune, it was a struggle. A struggle with reading, struggle with writing, struggle with math, and struggling with finding friends and fitting in. Before I came to Fortune, school was difficult for me. I have dyslexia. That means it's hard for me to read and write.
Before coming to Fortune, I remember driving home with my mom. I asked her, why am I not like the other kids? They don't have to go to tutoring.
It was a mess. We had to start Sunday nights working on the spelling list. We had math tutoring 4 times a week, utterly chaotic.
Life at home during that time, you know, she didn't want to go to school. She'd come home and the homework would begin. And then the tears would start, and it was just 3 hours of homework. It was tough. It wore us all out.
Everything was falling apart. I had given up on school and given up on the fact that I would make friends. That all changed when I arrived here at Fortune. I remember everything being so different. Everyone was so welcoming.
The day that she shadowed Fortune, I picked her up. She got in the back seat of the car. I said, well, what'd you think? And the first thing out of her mouth is, why didn't you send me here sooner? It broke my heart. At that point, I knew it was good.
Fortune taught me my differences are my strength and to celebrate them.
We are starting to see what a bright kid Roland is. He's so happy here. He's not the lonely kid on the playground anymore. And academically, he is thriving.
Delaney's changed incredibly. She absolutely loves the plays, even the behind the scenes and being on stage. And she talks about art class all the time. She's delightful.
Fortune not only taught me how to read and write, it also taught me to be confident.
If you'd asked me last year if I thought Roland could ever go to college, I would have said, that's probably not going to be in the cards for him. But this year, my attitude has changed 180%.
I'm not sure if the other schools understood, but Fortune Academy did. At Fortune, I not only learned, I succeeded.
Finally, it was all starting to come together. I was starting to have confidence in myself. I started to believe in myself, and I started making friends. All thanks to Fortune.